Hi, everybody, and welcome to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be taking a look at UHC, United Healthcare, one of the largest healthcare insurers in the United States. There's been quite a few rumblings over the past few months that I've been seeing, and I want to see what's going to happen. Are there issues? Are there truly issues? There's been a lot of stuff, United States government did say that there was a huge Medicare fraud case that they were looking into, and some of those providers were from United Healthcare. So I want to take a look at what's going on and the such. So without further ado, let's take a look into it. But first things first, reminder, everything that I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all, just my opinion, psychic downloads, and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So without further ado, let's take a look into the United Healthcare insurance company and what is the general energy going on with them currently. Oh boy, they're having to go through a forced death and rebirth, but they are kicking and screaming while doing it. There seems to be a massive shift internally that is being required of this company with the death card reversed here. And they are doing so because they are forced to, not because they want to. Why is this the case? Because they're having y'all, if you have UHC, this might get weird, because they are having a massive, the world is crashing down, the sky is falling, shit's getting bad, in my opinion here. Again, this is like they are being forced to change. They are being forced to have a rebirth of their thing. Why? Because they are essentially, it seems like all the power struggles, all of the things that they are trying to accomplish, they cannot accomplish. Things are being systematically changed on the inside due to external factors forcing it to. Because from a material influence here, all their secrets of how they've been making their oodles and oodles and oodles of money are being revealed. They are being exposed. And who they truly are and how they are truly being is being exposed, not just from like a consumer perspective, but now on a like judicial part of it too. Like they aren't able to, they're struggling. They're struggling way hard because the hopes and fears here, they don't want everything exposed. If they could, they are looking to make sure that what they have, the things that they've been doing, aren't exposed. This to me looks like corruptness. This looks like money, moving money from point A to point B. Maybe some fraud going on as well. And what I'm seeing is if this gets out to the public, they need this gone. They needed this gone yesterday. So it seems like things are being dealt with very, very privately, and they're trying to keep this all underneath the rug. But exposure is their major, major fear and hope. Their hope is essentially, we don't need this out here. Don't. Their fear, it's going to get exposed to everybody. Unseen obstacle, the Hermit card reversed as well. They're getting very uncomfortable. I don't know what loans they have out there as well, but there's loans that are being defaulted. Their liquid cash, they aren't able to scrape things up. I don't know what lawsuit as well potentially may be coming for them. But with the Hermit card, it's like everyone's coming for their money. Everyone's coming for their things. Where people have been spending their money and who's been getting paid what, there's a lot of scrutiny of where's the money that we've been paying into. It's nowhere to be found right now. And everyone's like, where the heck is the money? Because the negative influence, there's a lot of prying eyes. There's also Judgment Day coming. This will be exposed. This will be in the papers. This will be on news articles everywhere. I don't know how much money they said, oh, we have this much money, XYZ. Y'all, that money's gone. I hear embezzlement in my mind. I hear embezzlement from a bunch of different firms. I also don't know what Ponzi is. I don't know what Ponzi scheme or Ponzi has to do with this. But there's some weird stuff going on because what's going for them, they're going to be the example of what others need to do to clean their shit up and do it now. UHC will be, in my opinion here, we're going to have to look at everything that we're doing from a very different perspective. expect it to get uncomfortable, because it's going to be. This is going to be very uncomfortable. Not just for the CEOs or the company, but for the people that they say they're caring for. They're going to be the example where their hands are going to be tied and they're going to be made to be the town jester. Everyone get ready to throw tomatoes. It's going to be a lot of tomato throwing. Because here in the past, they kept doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And here in the future, they're going to have to answer to the government. They're going to have to go up to a higher power. They're going to have to commit to something different. UHC is going down in the way that we know it. Expect it to be very uncomfortable. There's going to be a lot of different things. Money's going to have to get moved around. Do I see them as a company that's too big to fail? Would the United States government bail out UHC? That I think we feel like is on the fence right now. Or it's not on the fence right now, but like it's like it's like we'll get there when we get there. If it's something that happens, we'll deal with it when it happens, or if it happens. There's very much the thought, I feel like, it feels like government branches or bodies where it's like, you're a capitalist. You got to figure this shit out yourself. This is what you've done. We'll see how bad it truly is. But you guys, until then, you guys got to figure it out. And there's a lot of pressure, it feels like, from the government to get your shit figured out. I also see there's a lot of favors that are trying to be called in right now. Lots of favors to be called in right now. What other information can we get about the UHC and some of the rumblings and stuff going on behind there? What is stuff that is going on with the UHC? What other information can we know? Do we see is this like a full-on collapse, or is this going to be, this has got to change? Let's see. The world reversed. Oh, this is going to... They keep trying the same old tactics, expecting a different result. Why is this? Because it's all about, this is how we've balanced money in the past. This is how we've balanced money in the past. This is how we've gone back and forth. This is how we've maintained our control. Because from material influence, though, they're on the losing end of this. It's the Five of Swords. This is like, people are coming at them, and what I'm seeing is, they're hemorrhaging money, but they're not hemorrhaging money for care. They're hemorrhaging money in bonuses. They're hemorrhaging money in other places. They're hemorrhaging money not because of the claims that they're denying, but because of other assets or other investments that are going belly up, or they've always relied on. Because the hopes and fears here, we got some little magic in the tank, and we are going to deal. They're trying to promise something to their stock investors as well, or to their main investors, to their boards. They're trying to come up with some very creative solution here. The unseen obstacle, though, there's a Queen of Wands who has got their ass. Sorry if you don't like swear words-ish, but like, this person's got their ass and is coming after them real hard. This is a massive lawsuit, whether this is, oh gosh, what's this thing called? It's where a bunch of people come together and they all sue the company as like a unit. I can't remember the name of it right now, but that's what this is. That's what this feels like. There's a female leading the charge. Class action. That's what it is. Someone has a class action that they're starting up against UHC, it seems like. And it's because that's not going to be good. Because the negative influence, where's the money? People want their money. People want to be, if you pay into a system, you should get out of that system. Insurance is not something that is for profit. Because the negative and positive influence here, backstabbing, betrayal, the ending of one. Here in the past, they had a decision. UHC had like a massive decision, it seems like, and they chose and instead of choosing a decision to change or to change or try something different. They went back to what they knew because that's what they expected to work. The Two of Swords is inaction. It's I'm sitting here, we're lackadaisical, we have our two swords, we're not sure where we're going to go, we got the secrets, we have all the knowledge, we have this, we have our instinct, but they're not listening to a gosh darn thing. They're just like, we're going to stay in a holding pattern and see what changes. And I'm like, UHC had a massive amount of change and then they still didn't change. The universe is real mad with them because here in the future, the Five of Wands, this is a class action in my opinion. This is fighting with the public. This is fighting for care. This isn't just care from healthcare, like from the career. This is going to be from healthcare. This is going to be from the government. They're going to try and find some common ground here. They're going to try and find some things, but man, they want peace. They want harmony. They want people to just get along and not worry about them. That does not seem to be, and that's kind of their hope here. But also, it's like they're just trying to manifest a new direction. Again, do I see like we're gonna have revolts or people like doing that? No. I mean, it's possible, but like with the Five of Wands reversed, this is kind of like peace, harmony, not fighting, finding solutions. At least. Or there's just going to be a lot of more internal issues rather than more, external issues. So, what does the future of UHC healthcare insurance or United Healthcare or the insurance company look like? What does that future look like? What does that look like? Again, I'm not seeing like major legal issues. It seems like internally, this is all like an internal thing that's causing all the issues. It's all internal shenanigans. Rather than say like the government coming in, the government's just doing what they're doing. And because of that, UHC is having all their issues. But let's see. What's kind of the future looking like for them? Lies, deceit, deception, saying one thing, doing another. Why is this? Because the Four of Cups are just going to try and keep ignoring all the issues that are piling up. Oh boy. Financially, though, they're going to have to give up the goods. Hopes and fears. So if we're expecting change from UHC, it's not going to happen. Why I'm seeing this? Page of Swords. We're going to keep lying, deceiving, not doing things. Why? Is because we're going to keep ignoring the real issues. And we're going to keep looking at everything that we can make sure that isn't covered. Finding everything that they can. This isn't a massive change. Because from a financial influence, they're going to have to pay out other areas. So they aren't going to be able to pay in other things. This might also be a bailout. Feels like they might get a bailout. There's a heavy influence of getting a bailout here. This is because the hopes and fears. It's like, we're just down on our luck. We're super sad. We don't have anything to give. Like we're just poor people. The unseen obstacle, or the unseen obstacle here too, is that they're not willing to work to change. They do not want to change because they do not want to change the care that they give. They do not want to change the amount of money that they make. This is all greed at the end of the day. Because the negative influence here, the Three of Cups, this is going to alienate them. This is going to make them a option that no one wants to be with. Everyone's going to hate them. However, what's going for them too, they don't have any other options. They have no other ideas on how to screw people over, essentially. Because here in the past, yeah, we reaped what we had. We had a good thing going. And here in the future, the Knight of Swords. I would be, if I was a UHC board member or someone who was a part of this whole thing, they have no answers. They have no change. They have no creativity to figure out how they can maintain operations as is and make the amount of money that they've promised with. Yeah, they have no way of doing that but also fixing what they've done. They have no options. They have painted themselves in a corner, and I do see them being able, they cannot get out of the legal ramifications that come to them here in the future. Whether this is true legal ramifications or this is going to be one of the worst things, this is going to be one of the worst things that ever happened to them. I don't know if it's going to be a big collapse, but the Four of Pentacles is they're going to be hoarding their coffers. Four of Pentacles, they're going to be hoarding their coffers, trying to store what they have, maintain what is theirs. If you're expecting change from this after it feels like all of this stuff, there's no change. They're just trying to get money out of you and profits. There is no change in this company. If there's a way you can get a different insurance company, or prompt your insurance company to, or prompt the company to get a better insurance company, that is the only way you can change UHC. And that is to, in my opinion here, bankrupt them completely. Don't use them if you can. I know that is not an option for everyone, but UHC looks like they'll get a bailout, and then they're going to be hoarding that money, and then they're still, because they are refusing to change their ways of operation. Because at the end of the day, they do not care for people. They only care about their pocketbooks. So that's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm feeling. Let me know your own thoughts, opinions, and ideas down below. Otherwise, thank you so very much for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me or join YouTube members, you can do so using the website links down below in the description box or pinned comment. Otherwise, I just really want to say thank you so very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in more videos in the future. And again, how do you get rid of these folks? You bankrupt them, or you get rid of their companies so new ones can pop up that potentially have, I don't know, better morals and ethics. But this isn't going away. They aren't going away because they're going to get a bailout, because they're too big to fail, sadly. But isn't that a monopoly, and isn't that why you're supposed to break up monopolies? I don't know. Apparently I don't know anything, because apparently the United States education system fails us. But whoops-a-daisy, I don't know. Screw that. But all right. Later, y'all. Bye.